In life, nothing worthwhile comes without taking risks. Nelson Mandela, a man who faced unimaginable hardships and yet changed the course of history, once said, "There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living." Think about those words for a moment. How often have you played it safe, choosing the comfort of mediocrity over the daring pursuit of greatness? Many of us are conditioned from a young age to seek security. We are told to pursue stable careers, to save money, and to make sure we have something to fall back on. It is a common mantra, play it safe. Don't take unnecessary risks. But let me challenge that notion today. Imagine a world where every great leader, inventor, or artist played it safe. What if Nelson Mandela had never stood up against apartheid? What if Steve Jobs had never dropped out of college to start Apple? What if Oprah Winfrey had given up after being told she was not fit for TV? The world would be a different place, and we would have missed out on their incredible contributions. When you are at a crossroads in life, remember this: if you are going to fall, don't fall back. Fall forward. This might sound a bit abstract, but let's break it down. Falling forward means moving towards your goals despite the risks, and embracing the journey with all its bumps and hurdles. It is about seeing failure not as an end but as a stepping stone toward your dreams. When you fall forward, you are not retreating, you are advancing. You are learning from your mistakes and using those lessons to fuel your future success. It is about shifting your perspective from one of fear and avoidance to one of courage and perseverance. Embrace the fact that failure is a part of growth and let it push you towards greater achievements. Without consistency, you will never finish what you start. It is not enough to have dreams, you must also have goals. And beyond that, you need the courage to take chances. Dreams are the seeds of our desires, but goals are the frameworks that turn those seeds into reality. You might dream of becoming a great writer, but without setting specific goals and taking consistent action, that dream will remain just a fantasy. There was an old IQ test that demonstrated a powerful lesson about thinking outside the box. The challenge was to connect 9 dots arranged in a square grid using just 4 straight lines without lifting the pencil from the paper. The solution was to extend the lines beyond the imaginary box formed by the dots. This simple exercise reveals a profound truth: to solve problems and achieve your goals, you sometimes need to think beyond conventional boundaries. In your own life, this concept applies to every challenge you face. When you encounter obstacles, don't be afraid to explore new approaches and strategies. Don't let traditional thinking limit your potential. Think outside the box. Challenge the status quo. Dare to dream big and act boldly. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of success. Reggie Jackson, a legend in the world of baseball, struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most strikeouts in the history of Major League Baseball. Yet, he is remembered not for those failures, but for his home runs. His story teaches us that every failure is a step closer to success. Thomas Edison is another classic example. He conducted 1,000 failed experiments before he finally succeeded in inventing the light bulb. Most people would have given up after the first few failures, but Edison's persistence and willingness to fail allowed him to achieve one of the greatest inventions of all time. These stories illustrate that failure is not a dead end but a part of the journey. Every setback you encounter is an opportunity to learn and grow. When you are faced with challenges, remember that you are not failing in vain. Each failure brings you closer to your goals and helps you become stronger and more resilient. You will fail at something in your life. It is an unavoidable part of the human experience. You will face setbacks and embarrassments. But these experiences are not the end, they are a crucial part of your journey. In the acting business, failure is a constant companion. Early in my career, I auditioned for a Broadway musical that I was passionate about, but I didn't get the part. Instead of letting that rejection define me, I chose to continue auditioning, to face more failures, and to learn from each experience. Imagine being on your deathbed, surrounded by the ghosts of your unfulfilled potential. Picture these ghosts as the ideas you never acted on, the talents you never used, the opportunities you missed. These are the regrets that will follow you to the end of your days, haunting you with the what-ifs of a life half-lived. This vivid image should be a powerful motivator for you. What are you going to do with the time you have? How will you face your fears and embrace your potential? You have the power to shape your future through the choices you make today. The risks you take and the chances you embrace will define the legacy you leave behind. The world is full of challenges that need your unique gifts. From poverty in South Africa to the struggles in the Middle East, Japan, Nigeria, and even in your own local community, there are countless opportunities for you to make a difference. The key is to recognize that it's not about how much you have, but what you do with what you have. Whether you are a business major, a theologian, a nurse, or an artist, you have something valuable to offer. Each of us possesses unique talents and abilities that can contribute to solving the world's problems. It is not about waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal conditions. It is about stepping up with what you have and making a difference in your own way. Look at history's greatest changemakers. They didn't wait for the perfect opportunity. They took what they had and used it to create change. You have the same potential within you. Embrace your gifts and find ways to use them for the greater good. Failure is often the best way to figure out where you are going. Your life will never be a straight path. It is filled with highs and lows, successes and failures. I began my journey in pre-med, thinking I was on a path to becoming a doctor. But I struggled with my studies and eventually had to take time off from school. At my lowest point, I was working with my mother in her beauty shop when an elder woman, whom I didn't know personally, gave me a prophecy. She told me that I would travel the world and speak to millions of people. This prophecy was a turning point for me, a moment that helped me see beyond my current failures and setbacks. Years later, I found myself traveling the world and sharing my stories through films. This journey of highs and lows, of risk-taking and perseverance, has defined who I am today. Your journey will also have its own set of challenges and triumphs. Embrace both, and let each experience shape you into the person you are meant to be. Taking risks is not just about making big career decisions. It is also about embracing new ideas and people. It is about the chances you take, the people you meet, the love you give, and the faith you hold. These elements are what truly define you, far more than any job or title ever could. When you open yourself up to new experiences and perspectives, you expand your horizons and enrich your life. It is not always easy to step out of your comfort zone, but it is essential for growth. Be willing to take risks in your relationships, your passions, and your beliefs. Never be discouraged by failure or setbacks. Instead, let them fuel your determination. Give everything you have got to your pursuits, and when you fall, remember to fall forward. Let every stumble be a lesson and every failure a stepping stone. Life is a journey of peaks and valleys, of successes and failures. But each step, whether forward or backward, is part of your unique story. Embrace your failures, take bold risks, and fall forward. Let today be the day you begin living a life full of passion and purpose. Start by reflecting on what you truly want from life. What are your dreams? What goals will help you achieve those dreams? How can you use your talents to make a difference in the world? Don't let fear hold you back. Take risks, embrace failures, and use every experience as a lesson for growth. This mindset will help you overcome obstacles and reach your goals. Remember, success is not a destination but a journey. It is the sum of the risks you take, the failures you overcome, and the passions you pursue. Let your life be a testament to what is possible when you dare to dream big and fall forward.